I stopped the damn alarm and got up to check the time only for my eyes to get widened like that of an otter. I've just an hour to get ready and reach the office and I can be late on my first day. I got up and marched towards my bathroom to get bathed quickly. After taking a bath, I got dressed in a button-down shirt paired with a skirt and flats. Making my way towards the kitchen, I started searching for bread and eggs to make some toast and omelette. Just as I started making my breakfast, I remembered about my roommate. He's also working in my company. Won't he get late or has he already left? I decided to check, so I knocked on his door, but there was no response. Did he already leave? Should I open the door to check? Yeah, let's do it. After fighting with a right and wrong in my mind, I finally decided to open the door to check is he there. But just as I opened the door, my eyes were about to pop out. There in front of my eyes stood my roommate, freshly bathed in nothing but a towel, barely hanging on his waist. I was looking at him with shock, and he was mirroring my expressions. Unknowingly, my eyes moved from his face to his well built chest, down to his six pack abs, his V line leading to his. Oh god, what am I doing? He'll think I'm a creep. I quickly looked away from him and closed the door, running away from his room. No, no, what did I do? Why did I have to run? I made it more embarrassing for myself. I'm so stupid. I was whining when my eyes fell on the clock and I realized that I'm gonna be late if I don't start making my breakfast quickly. I started with my cooking when I thought I should make some for my roommate also. He's already late. He won't have time to make breakfast for himself. I was seated on the dining table waiting for him to come out for breakfast. But when he came out, I couldn't stop myself from blushing, thinking about the embarrassing thing I did just minutes ago. While being lost in my thoughts, I didn't realize that I was staring at him. When he cleared his throat, I broke my stare and at him and saw that he was about to leave. Mm, I made breakfast for you also. You can have it before leaving. I know from where this I don't know from where this courage came, but I did it. I talked to him. He nodded and sat on the table opposite to me, where I have placed his plate. He started eating without glancing at me, and I was also eating my food without thinking. I want to apologize to him for the earlier incident, but oh, shut it. I'm sorry. I said it. I said it out loud, and he looked up from his plate. Huh? For what? He asked while being confused, and I started making sentences in my mind to make the situation less embarrassing. Earlier, I just barged into your room. No, I mean, I did knock first, but you were not responding, so I thought I should check if you're awake or not. You see, we are the employees of our company, so we should be there on time, and also, you know how cruel these bosses of big companies are, right? They won't give a second thought to firing you out if you do any mistake, so I just wanted to help you, but it all turned awkward like that, so that's why I wanted to apologize. I completed my long speech, praying that he would not hate me now for barging into his room like that. I mean, we are roommates. We have to live under the same roof. I can't afford to have some bad blood with him. I was looking at him while being worried, but then I saw a small smile on his face which made me relax a little. It's okay, he said and grabbed his plate to place it in the sink and clean it. I followed his actions and then grabbed my purse to leave for the office. I hope my cab reaches quickly because I'm already late. I will drop you, he said, making me turn towards him shocked. Didn't you say employees shouldn't be late? I'm offering you a lift so that you can reach your office on time. He said and got into the elevator, not waiting for my answer, and I quickly followed him. Taking a lift from him won't hurt, right? As we entered the office, I was walking ahead of my roommate, or should I start calling him Taehyung? While he was tailing behind me, everyone who we were meeting was greeting us, and I was doing the same. We both entered the elevator and pressed my floor and waited for Taehyung to do the same. When he didn't press the button, I decided to ask him, "Why aren't you pressing the floor?" He looked at me with eyes filled with adoration, or was it my imagination? I don't know, and then smiled a little before answering. "I also work at the same floor," he said, and I nodded in understanding that made sense. "Don't you think the work environment is so friendly here? I mean, everyone is so nice. They were all greeting us, even though I'm a newbie," I said while smiling, and he let out a chuckle while nodding, making me narrow my eyes at him. "Why are you laughing?" I asked him while trying to sound intimidating, but I knew I was failing miserably. "No, no, I'm not laughing. It's just you're right. Everyone is really friendly here," he said, and I nodded. The elevator door opened, indicating that we reached our floor. My heart was beating at 1,000 miles per hour. I just wish everything goes smooth. I left the elevator and moved towards our CEO's cabin because I have to report directly to his secretary. Being a new employee, I don't know why I have to report directly to her, but who am I to ask when I'm getting such a great job at such a great company? I'll face every challenge with all my might. I reached near the CEO's cabin when I realized that Taeyang was still following me. I stopped and turned towards him while doing my best to look as angry as possible. We're roommates, that's why I'm being this much friendly with him, but that doesn't mean I don't know how to draw boundaries. I will not allow him to follow me around like this. "Why are you following me?" "Now don't tell me that this is where you work, cause I know that this is the CEO's cabin." I took a step towards him, but he just smiled, making me more angry. I was about to show him my angry form, but I stopped when I heard someone from behind addressing Taeyong as boss. I took a step back and looked at the woman who called Taeyong. She was giving the signature corporate smile towards Taeyong. "But boss, your schedule is placed on your table," she said, confirming that Taeyong is the boss. And now my eyes widened even more, if possible, and I glanced towards Taeyong, who seems to be smiling. He must be smiling at my stubbornness. There's no way I would be able to keep the job now. He will surely fire me out of this company on my very first day. Oh no, what have I done? I was drowned in my own thoughts when I saw Nathan moving towards his office after saying something to his secretary. I'm in front of the desk that I'll be working on from now on, and I have two desk mates. I mean, our desks are just opposite to each other. We can easily talk to each other if we want, and I do plan to talk to them. Having some office friends is not that bad. I now decided to introduce myself. Both of them are so immersed in their work, they haven't yet realized that I'm here. "Hi, I'm Ryan," I said slowly so that even if they don't entertain my move, I won't be that embarrassed. But they both looked at me in sync, and they both have the same confused expression on their faces. They must be working together from a long time. They are so much in sync. "Hi," I said nervously. My whole confidence is draining at the speed of light right now. But the girl smiles at me and I feel a little better. "Oh, did I describe them to you?" "I didn't, right? Let me tell you then. The one on the right desk is a man who might be in his mid-30s, dressed in a brown suit. He's a slight sight to look at, but by the way he's looking at me, he might be a little reserved, I guess. And the one on the left desk is a beautiful looking woman who is also of the same age as the earlier, or maybe a little younger than him, but she is smiling at me, so office might not be that bad. After the things I have said to my boss, I guess I might be needing a lot of emotional support from someone, and who better than an experienced, beautiful woman. Hi, are you the new employee that is going to join us? The beauty in front of me asked, and I nodded while smiling like a fool, to which she and the cold man both chuckled. Maybe he isn't that strict. Oh, you're so cute. I'm Margaret Robert, and this dog right here is William. Not that knowing his name is of any importance, she said while rolling her eyes and at our other deskmate, who seems to enjoy her comments but still rolls his eyes at her. I looked all awkwardly between the two and then sat at my desk. Oh, don't worry about her, Miss Ryan. She's just jealous of my handsome face. But let me tell you one thing. Knowing my name is of great importance. I'm really close to our boss, and if you aren't in my good books, you might get in trouble. I looked at him, getting a little scared. I'm already in the hit list of my boss. I don't want anything more. But my thoughts got interrupted when Margaret scoffed and hit William's shoulder. Don't start with your lies again, William. You're making her scared, she said in an annoyed tone. But William started talking again, completely ignoring her. She's just jealous. As I told you earlier, I'm the one who taught her everything to our boss. He was just a kid when he started working here. So that should give you enough reason as why I am important, he said and smirked while looking at Margaret. Ryan, can I call you that? Margaret asked me, and I happily said yes. And she took it as a cue to continue her dialogue. Yeah, so I'll give you some tips that will help you to work here without any problem, she said, and I leaned towards her to listen more carefully. William let out a scoff, but I ignored him for now. There are only three rules for everyone working here. Third, work really hard. There's no place for laziness here. Second, don't ever do anything that can bring you in Mr. taehyung bad books, which include unnecessary talking, wasting his time, not respecting his orders, going in his personal space is the thing that he can kill you for. That very much summarizes it, I guess. When she mentioned the third one, I was like, okay, it seems good. I can work it out really well. But as soon as she started explaining the second one, I started seeing stars. Everything she mentioned is already done by me, and I'm thinking only one thing right now. Why am I not already fired? But for now, I have to listen the most important, the first one. What's the first one? I asked her, and she smiled before continuing. The first and the most important one is that don't ever believe the lies William just told you. Yeah, that's pretty much it, she said, and then started working on her computer, leaving me in the fright of my own doings. I opened my computer and started my work, but just then my heart skipped a beat when I heard Miss Wellington behind me. Miss Ryan, Mr. Taehyung wants you in his office. Be there in 2 minutes, she said and left just like that while my heart was beating like a drum. I'm about to get fired on my first day, though that too because I couldn't control my tongue. What was the need to say? You know how cruel these bosses of the big companies are, right? They won't give you a second thought of firing you out if you do any mistakes. I stood up and went towards Mr. Taeyong's cabin. While praying for myself, I knocked on his door and heard a faint come in. I opened the door and entered his office. So you asked for me? I asked, and he looked up from his papers towards me. He's looking at me with an intense gaze, and I'm about to faint. Oh God, have some mercy on my little soul. Have a seat, Miss Lorna. he said, gesturing towards the chairs in front of his desk, and I nodded, took a seat immediately. Hey guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Please. And yeah, bye bye.